And we're back with another GTSport live stream. It's nearly 8 o'clock on a Monday morning, which means it is the debut time for the next week's worth of daily races. I'm going to be doing daily race B and C. C is with the Red Bull 2014 junior cars, Group X ones at Monza with no chicane, so it's flat out main straight. And then we'll be doing a couple of races on daily race B as well, which is the Group 3 cars at the Japanese Autopolis circuit. I was a bit disappointed. I would have liked this to be the Super Formula cars, but yeah, we had the Super Formulas I think about a month ago at Laguna Seca, and that was a lot of fun. So with the Red Bull Junior cars, which I've driven around Autopolis before, and looks like we've got enough time to maybe get a couple of laps. The livery that I've chosen for this race is the Formula E livery from Renault. I've also knocked the traction control down to 1 because there's only really probably 2 places where I'm going to get a bit of traction control slip coming out of the low traction zones. That'll be the first chicane and probably coming out of Ascari as well. Quickest time so far, there's a couple of guys in the mid 1 minute 40s. Most of the top 10, or the top 10 quickest guys anyway, are in the 41s, so I'm not too sure what the target is. I'll try to do something anyway. Oh, I just lifted off there. Just naturally think that there's going to be a chicane in the braking zone and there isn't. So I haven't done many races around the Monza with no chicane. It's going to be a bit of a learning curve getting used to this car. It doesn't have a lot of power, it's very light, it only weighs about, well, the balance of performance has set it up for 550 kilograms, so half a tonne in weight. And brake horsepower I think set to something like 290, so it is fairly quick. It's probably, you know, quicker than a majority of the road cars that are on this game at least. Well, I've driven this car more than the big brother of this, because there's the junior one and then there's the main one as well. That's frighteningly fast. Car's not bad on the brakes, to be honest. Pretty comfortable through there as well. I might be able to get away with running no traction. We'll give that a go. Running no traction. The balance will keep it in the middle because the car's so light anyway. I don't want it pitching under braking or in accelerating either. Okay, a little bit of slip there through Parabolica, which is a bit of a warning for the first chicane. So the first lap's completely unrepresentable because I lifted off in the main straight. We'll have time to do another one, so 44.2. So I've got to push a little bit more. I might do 1. Depending on how this race goes, I might just do the 1 and then move straight over onto the Group 3 cars, which is my preferred class. And that's at Autopolis, which is a circuit that I am very familiar with. Don't know what would be quite good around there. This is a 1 make, this race though, so everyone's going to be in the same car. It's also a grid start, which I prefer. Yeah, it's pretty comfortable with no traction. A little bit of slip through the second Lesmo. But we're almost a second up. So if we can get into the high 42s, I think that should put us in a decent position on the grid. We'll be in a B class rated lobby. I've been an AS driver for a couple of months now, and unfortunately last week I had 2 absolutely horrendous races in the Group C at Fuji with the Group 3 cars where my safety rating absolutely plummeted. It went so far down, it went to a C safety rating. That affected my driver rating as well. And I thought I might as well just tank my rating completely, got all the way down to being a D driver rating and a E safety rating, just so I can go and do a couple of other races and mix it with the scrubbers that are about 10 seconds off the ultimate pace, and had some fun. And I've managed to build my way back up to a BS rated driver, so my driver rating is a Bravo. Bravo is a B. My safety rating is an S. We've done a 42.583 on the second lap. There's just over half a minute left, so we won't be able to complete this lap. Might be able to try and go not flat out, but really push into the first chicane, try to make up some time there. Should have enough time to do that. Yeah, I will. So 42.583 is our first lap, first proper lap anyway. What's this like in third gear? Oh, it don't like the curves, does it? Oh, it really doesn't like them sausage curves. Okay, well that's useful information going into the race. So yeah, it's a Renault, I don't know if it's an E-Dams livery. No, that's a Dams team, isn't it? It's just a Renault Formula E livery that I'm running. I've got a Ferrari livery from the 1980s as well. And also the Red Bull livery, as you would imagine with being a Red Bull car. So this is the first race of 1 for definite, maybe 2. And it puts us second on the grid in a BS rated lobby. If I was in an AS rated lobby, which is basically what I am, I'd probably be maybe top 10. But this is good to see. We're on the front row, and being in a BS rated, or being a BS rated driver in a BS rated lobby, as you can see, is 19 out of 20. Most have set lap times. I mean, I'm a second off the guy in pole, so that's a bit worrying. But yeah, I'll be expected to be towards the front, if not at the front of the field, in any of the races that I do. So when I go over to the Group 3 at Autopolis, I'll still be a B rate. It's going to be a while to get back up to being an A, unfortunately. My stats at the moment, I need to be over 30,000 in driver rating points. I'm only 12,700, so I'm not going to be an AS today. I'm not going to be an AS for probably the best part of a month. It was disappointing that I dropped all the way down to a C rated lobby, and it absolutely tanked my driver rating. It was at the 42,000 mark, and it went straight down to 15, and I thought, well, fuck it, might as well just tank it completely and go all the way down to 0 and start again and have a bit of fun with some of the races. Last week we had the group forwards at Laguna Seca, which is basically the BRZ cars, and it was quite fun because I purposely went out there without setting a qualifying time, so I started at the back all the time, and I was, within a lap or two I was up to 3rd, 4th, 5th. Oh, I'm braking again, Jesus Christ, I've got to get used to the fact there's no chicane. And it was quite fun, just like whipping my way through the field, because AS rated lobbies are super sweaty. The BSs are as well, they're a bit sweaty, but you will come across a few people that just don't know how to drive. But when you're a C or a D rated driver like I was for the first couple of races on there, it was quite fun to just watch the carnage unfold. You'd start the race in 15th, and by the end of lap 2 you're 3rd, and just see everyone just fall off the circuit and hit each other, and it was quite fun to just drive your way through the carnage. And we picked up a couple of wins. I think I've got 89 wins now in my GTSport career, so we're closing in on Michael Schumacher's 91, and I know that's a gold trophy on this. Not that I'm bothered by trophies, but we've had the recent news, of course. The PS5 is going to be dropping at some point later on this year. GT7 has been announced, and it looks like quite a nice game. I've only seen as much as everyone else has seen, screenshots and some video clips. If there is a demo out there, I definitely want to get hands on it. But it looks like a really nice updated GT4, and Gran Turismo 4 was probably the game I played the most, so that's nice to see. Okay, here we go. So cautious start from everyone. Find some slipstream. At least you're not going to get absolutely slapped into the first chicane. You're just going to get slapped in the second chicane instead, because you absolutely know that someone is going to completely outbrake themselves. Very cautious for me. Everyone is being bumped. I'm probably going to come out of this in P2 with the guy ahead of me with a 2-second penalty. I mean, it's just, yeah. Monza strikes again. And into the lead we go. Can we hold it or not? I doubt it. It's going to be so slipstream heavy around here. The fuel we don't need to worry about. The tyre wear possibly. It's 11 laps. And I think the tyre race is set to something crazy like times 16. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Only the hard tyres you can use. Oh. Bit twitchy on exit. No traction, I assume we're running. Yep, that's fine. This is going to be slipstream heavy, this. Don't try it. Don't be nuts. Okay, that one completed. We're in the lead. Now it's literally just yeah. I mean, I don't want to start weaving around the track and defending like a madman. Certainly this early. I mean, if he gets past, which he's going to do, going into what is now essentially turn 1. Cheers. I'll just have your slipstream now, and I'll just follow you round. So this is the way it's pretty much going to be. Way back to that really early. You can't go side by side around Velesmos. Oh, that's a bit too much there. We've got a sort of a 4-car breakaway, I think. Although the guys in the 3rd and 4th are a bit of a way back. Oh, the curbs. Really can't hit them curbs. Not a bad exit though from Ascari. Hopefully I don't get a time penalty for... No, it would have popped up right now. I'm not too sure where the time penalty zone is. I assume it's on the run up to Ascari. Nice and careful into Parabolica. Get on the power nice and early. Let the car just drift wide a little bit. Right, is he in my slipstream? I think he is, isn't he? And he is. So being 8/10 ahead doesn't work for me, although he's not gaining massively. So I think we should be able to keep hold of this lead going into the first chicane. But he's really starting to chip away now. Half a second. 4 attempts, be down to 3. Bit oversteery there on entrance. That wasn't bad through there though. I think he's made a mistake. He's dropping right back. I think he might now be out of my slipstream. He should be. It's going to be close to 2 seconds behind me by the time we get to Ascari. It's over that now. It's going to be 2.5. So this is good. We're now comfortable. Which could be a bit of a boring run to the end, but this is what I mean. When I'm a B-rated driver, I find more often than not I'm at the front of the field or very close to it. When I'm an A-rated driver, I'm sort of scrapping around the midfield, which just shows how competitive this game is. And I do like that, don't get me wrong, but there we are, we're over 3 seconds clear now, 1 lap. New fastest lap as well, so we started second, leading the race, fastest lap so far. Could be a slightly boring end into his race. Just got to keep it consistent at least. Too much speed through there, but we're still gaming time and the guy in second, so got to be a little worried though, because the guy in third, who, well, he's got a time penalty, so maybe that's killed his race already, but he was the one on pole and he was a second clear. And it all kind of kicked off at the first proper chicane, if you like. Finding time everywhere. We're 5 seconds clear now. It's going to be 6 seconds by the end of this straight, I think. So we're just pulling away, we're in our own little race here. Yeah, it could be a bit boring, but I'm happy to take the W. Tyres are okay as well. It is crazy, something like times 15, times 16 or something like that. How's the fuel looking? Oh yeah, loads of fuel. 7 seconds clear now with P2. And it's almost half distance, so yeah, all we've got to do now is just keep it clean. Bit the old cockpit cam. Clunky sounding up changes on the gearbox. Another 10 seconds clear now. We're absolutely just disappearing. Yeah, I'm not as smooth when I'm in the cockpit as I am when I'm doing the fire chase. When I first started playing this game, when it came out, what, 4 years ago, something like that, I actually was strictly cockpit. It didn't matter what track it was, what discipline it was, what car it was. I'd be in the cockpit and I'd be competitive. And then, I don't know why, I just changed to fire chase. And that's pretty much the view I'll use. The reason why I'm doing cockpit is, well, A, why not? And B, I've got a comfortable lead, so if I lose a little bit in lap time, I don't really think it's going to affect me too much, being this far ahead already. Just making sure I don't make a mistake and throw it all away. That would be a bit embarrassing. 10-second lead when I go and put it in the wall. It's not a bad looking cockpit, to be honest, though. And running no traction seems okay, to be honest, no problems. Yeah, look, I'm a second and a half down on my my ultimate pace running in cockpit mode. Well, I think I lost a little bit of time somewhere, I don't know, because I was purple in sector 1. Oh, downshifted a bit too aggressively there. I do like how Monza looks on this game. I think the trees, if I got any criticism about how Monza looks on this game, I think in conditions like this it's a bit like too bright. Yeah, you got the shadow from the trees, but there needs to be more shadows on the circuit is what I'm getting at, because the whole fucking circuit is littered with grandstands, bridges and trees, and at some point you sort of look and go, well, that's not a bit right. but I've always preferred running at the real world circuits. And it's such a shame that we haven't ended up with Silverstone on this game. I've been crying out for Silverstone for ages. I mean, we only got Spa a handful of months ago, and people have been crying out for that. So if there was another circuit that was going to get added to this game, I know they're busy developing GT7, I get that, but that's only going to be exclusive. I think it's only going to be exclusive on PS5, which means that if we stick with the PS4, which we've all got at the moment, and GT7 drops, well, I don't know if we're going to get it or not, because I think it's exclusive only for PS5. Hence why it's announced at the PS5 launch. We need Silverstone. Okay, the guy that was a second quicker than me in qualifying is now back up to P2, and he's brought the gap down to 9.5 seconds. So I have to be aware of that, because I'm naturally slower in this view than I am in far chase. Whee! That's a bump. So I've got to be wary. We've got 3 laps to go once we cross the line. I think we should be okay. But he will slowly start to chip away at my lead. And it gets now down to 8.8. Oh, it's gone up a bit more. You might have made a mistake somewhere. Three laps to go. And he's just set a faster lap than me by a 100th. I did a 43.868. He's done a 43.853. The bastard. Might have to come out of cockpit cam at the end of this lap then to try and claim that lap back. What's more important, race win or fastest lap? Because if I push this car a bit too much to try and claim back the fastest lap, I could end up falling off the road. So, although this lap hasn't felt too bad, to be honest. Feels like an alright lap this. Yeah! Suck on these apples, mate. Oh, damn it, he's beat me again. Right. It's going to be a fastest lap battle between the pair of us now, I think. Oh, probably ruined it already. No, we're up. Marginally. Okay, 43.750. I think we're going to be close to it. Oh, we're going to smash it actually. 43.027. Right, fuck off. The fastest lap is mine. I want it. Oh, he's done it again. A 42.916. Jesus. Right, keep pushing. We'll keep exchanging lap times now that he's in clear air as well. That right up. Oh, well, that felt better through there. Oh no, that's it gone. Okay, calm down. Race win is more important. If he wants a fast lap, we can have it. Victory! Flash your their lights, because that means something. I don't know. Not bad. P1, P1. Quite waste in the end, but we get the W. Happy days. So far ahead of the rest of the field. Jesus, look at that. We're half a minute ahead of a guy in P4. I think I'll probably go play with the daily race speed, the Group 3 cars, because yeah, it's a bit of a it's nice to get a win, don't get me wrong, but it's a bit boring, isn't it? I want a bit of action. I want to be battling cars. And the races are shorter as well, which means we can do more of them, so... Slap the field there. That Putty guy there, he had a couple of time penalties, and I think he got punted off at that first chicane there, where it all got a bit silly. Must be the 88th win that was. And a nice, clean race start as well. Happy days, loads of prize money, the experience, getting close to level 43. So we'll leave that then. So yeah, you got the fastest lap. Not unbothered too much. Let's have a look at our lap time compared to everyone else. And so 42.5 is our best so far. You guys are now in the 39s. There's the A star and the A drivers, which I won't really meet them. So that's fine. So we'll have a look then at the Group 3. What's the most competitive car out of all this lot so far? The Audi R8 is up there. We've got one of the Vision Gran Turismo cars, we've got a Beetle, we've got a Mazda Atenza, a Huracan, a Beetle at the front. But all these guys are A and S's, we don't really need to pay attention to them. A guy with an E driver rating is set the 5th fastest lap in Europe. How has he managed that? So the Audi R8, okay, that seems like a popular car. So you might give that a go then. If I can find it. These are all my cars. Where's my R8? There it is. It's in a Red Bull livery, of course. Most things are in a Red Bull livery. So yeah, I'll take a quick little break as I go and get myself a drink, and then we'll try and do a lap or two around Autopolis for the daily races in the B section. me drink. So let's have a look. None of my friends are on here just yet. Top 10 stars. That's top 10 stars out of the whole European region, if you like. EMEA, which is European, Middle East and Africa. So the R8 seems a popular choice. Most of the cars. And there's a 911 RSR, which is what I'll give a go. The fake taxi's up there. That's usually my go-to car, but we'll give it a go anyway. Hard tyres. Traction will run 1. Might have time to do a couple of laps. What is the overall time really? 45 we're sort of looking at. So looks like we're going to have time to just do 1 lap anyway, so that's fine. Right. 1 minute 45 is the best from everyone. Won't get close to that because those guys are A star and S rated. We'll be in a B rated lobby. It's been a long time since I've been in the R8, but it's a car that I've chosen quite a few times. You can see there we're close to 1,000 miles completing this car. Nowhere near the 911 RSR. That's something like 6,000. Where are we going? Okay, we've got time to retry quickly. Okay, Alex, brake a little earlier to turn 1 because you know it catches you out all the time. The car feels a little understeery as well. Jesus. Okay. Right, we keep going, we've got to get a lap on the board. Twitch McGee. Yeah, a little understeer on exit. It's medium speed corners. This is a scrappy lap so far. It's the understeer, it's killing me a little bit. Well, this is not going to be a 45, is it? 47.7, I can definitely go quicker than that. Yeah, I think it was about half a second up there at the time. Definitely get to the 46s, I think. Don't know where it's going to be on the grid. BS rated lobby. We're 5th, okay. We're 5th, that's fine. 1.3 off of the quickest guy. It's all BS rated lobby, so that's cool. Yeah, I reckon I could get close to that time. So that's fine. Like I said, being a BS rated driver now after I had a couple of poor races during the week and saw my safety rating drop down to a safety and drive rating drop down to a C. I then absolutely tanked it down to the lowest it can be, which was a D. Managed to get down to a DE rating, and I think that's the first time I've been DE since I got the game. And the first couple of races racing in lobbies like that were hilarious, to be honest with you. It's It's almost like most of the people that were driving the other cars were sort of driving it with their hands on backwards. Quickly got up to BS rated. I think it took me 8 races to get up to BS. And I'm going to be this rating now for quite a while, unfortunately. Even if we do knock out the W's on a regular basis. Why are we slowing down in the pit lane? What is... You alright there, fella? I'm playing catch up a little bit as well. I reckon most of these people in this race would have done the 10 past 8 race. Oh, drift it wide. Don't know how many laps it is, 4, 5, something like that. I think the Porsche would suit me better around here, personally. My own driving style and the fact I'm uber familiar with the RSR. So what other cars we've got out there? Yeah, look, there's 2 RSRs starting in front of me. There's another one in 10th and 15th, so it might be the car to go to after this race. I don't mind Autopolis as a circuit. It's just a bit like... It's a bit like, you know, when you get Fuji on the daily races, a bit like, again, you know. Daily Race A is the one make series with the Renault Clio, the 2.5 V6 cars that came out about 15 years ago. And that's at Catalonia, Barcelona, which is a circuit I would like. So it'd be nice to be able to do that. Right, first race at Autopolis. Oh, you've gone well deep, fella, and you've punted him off. That's an easy position gained. Take it easy on the first lap. It's a 4-lap race then, 4 laps. Porsche takes the lead from the Beetle. What is this in front of me? Oi! Looks like an RCZ. Looks like a Peugeot. Bit of a gap behind. Oh! Where the understeer through here, so carry the speed in. The car position itself back on power. Looks it through there. It is the Peugeot in P3. Respectable. 4-car breakaway here. Those curbs, man, they're lethal. Short shifting into second might help. Wasn't the best line through there. I'm going to need a blinding final sector to catch up. Okay, we're still in the slipstream. It's a 4-car battle really, this. This Porsche and Beetle really having a good old ding dong here. I don't feel that all four of us, I certainly aren't. I'm not, I should say, but I don't feel the other three guys are like really pushing the car that much. Oh, the Porsche's made a mistake. Oh, is it the Beetle off? And the Peugeot goes through. Oh, Porsche, come on, mate. Don't be mad at me because you fucked up your own race. I think I've got the pace in this Peugeot as well. Parking it on the apex. I've got the better line through there though. Into the final lap. What was that? Porsche, she's got a time penalty, won't be a factor. So it's a 2-horse race. Oh God. Okay, keep it smooth. That's good through there. Yeah, we're finding time now. Almost a second up, and I feel quite good through here. This corner here, soft camber, and you hit the bump wrong. Car doesn't like it, but we've up to just over a second ahead now. One real corner left to go. Oh God, oh dear. We're clear enough? We're clear enough. Very twitchy. Give me that P1. Nice. Nice. I don't think we would have had the win if it wasn't for the Porsche. Losing it, coming back on the track, hitting the Beetle. Who I believe is the guy standing P7, finished P7. But I knew he had the pace. It was the RCZ. It was the Peugeot RCZ I was fighting with. I knew I had the pace to beat him. And we did it around the outside, I think, into turn 1. And he kept it respectful. Fair play to him. He could have tried to nudge me wide or do something silly, but got round him on the outside turn 1 and then coming in the braking zone for 3. Moving over to the inside. Gave him no chance to get through. 89th win, another clean race. Good, that's two wins from 2 races so far. It's been a good morning. And Pony sent me a message. That was some clean driving. Congratulations. Yeah, fair enough, mate. Thanks for the clean race, pal. Cool. Very, very nice. Now, whether we move to... I think we'll stay on here. So 47.7, I could definitely go quicker than that. The R8 LMS seems to be the popular car at the moment, but the 911 is in there, so we'll stick with the Audi R8. We'll back out of this quickly. We'll go do the daily thing and see what crap car I've got that I probably won't ever use. And then we'll go see if we've got any different liveries for the Audi R8. We're going to try and run into something a bit different. What do we get then? That's the McLaren. It's the Group 3. Looks like the Group 4 car. Here's the Group 4. Cool. I think I've got that already, and I have no interest in using it. So, thanks for nothing. Right. Let's have a look. See what other liveries we've got for the Audi, if we've got anything in the collection. Oh, we've got a few. Oh, they're all different Red Bulls by the looks of it. What's that one? That looks horrendous. That looks average. That looks crap. That's the one I'm using. Oh, great, okay. Well, we'll go and have a look, see if we've got any other liveries that we can quickly use. Where do we go for that? We go Discover, car livery. Audi is from the Germans, yeah. R8 Group 3, where is it? It's Audi R8 LMS. Is it that one? Should be. Yes, it is. Okay. Punch in F1, see if we get anything. No. 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 Oh, we've got one. The Williams. Oh my god, that is a disgusting livery. I'll go down to the beginning of June. Manor Racing. Manor Racing. Oh, it does look a bit crap, doesn't it? Oh, Manor Racing was such a good F1 team. I was a fan of them. I was so disappointed to see them go out of business at the end of 2016. It was purely because, and I know my history on F1, it was purely because Felipe Nasr picked up a 9th place at the Brazilian Grand Prix. That got them 2 points. The Sauber team got them 2 points, overtook Manor, who had the 1 point from Austria Pascal Wehrlein, and that basically meant that Manor finished bottom of the championship. In fact, they've got, is that Jules Bianchi on the back there. Yeah, I don't know that livery. How long have we got? We've got a few minutes left. And yeah, sorry, well, as I was saying, yeah, that basically got Sauber ahead of Manor, put Manor in last place, and they received next to nothing in prize money, and that's what essentially put them out of business, which was a shame, because I actually quite liked the Manor team. I always liked the underdogs. I was a Minardi fan for many, many years. So let's have a look through. Have we got any funky liveries to choose from? Probably not really. All a bit. I like my Formula 1 livery. I like my proper race team liveries. These all look a bit. There's a pink and white one now. I thought it might have been a Racing Point one. These look all pretty generic. There's another Red Bull one up there. What is that? Is that a BP livery? Jesus Christ. Yeah, these all look a bit. Yeah. Which is no offence to the people that have made them. They've probably spent plenty of time doing them, but for me, I'm just a bit like I like my F1 liveries. So we'll have another go at the Group 3. Let's have a look at the quickest time so far. So 44.7 down to 45.7. Most people now making a change over to the Audi R8. So we might as well jump in there as well. 47.7 I think is our best, which is I don't think the best lap time. Definitely go quicker. There's only just one attempt that we had, and we should hopefully have time to do a couple of laps. So that's for my driver rating at the moment. We started the day at 12,784, which is very, very low for a B rating driver. I've got to be over 30,000 to get up to an A. It's not going to happen today. But we've had 2 wins in the first 2 races. The first one obviously at Monza and this one here. We're up to 15,707. So our performances has found us an extra 3,000 so far, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so we'll get out on track now straight away. 47.7 is our best. I'm pretty sure we can probably get into the 46s. Traction controls all set up nicely. Now I've done a few laps in this car. We definitely have time to do one. We might have time to get the second one in. Depends how quickly we match. Almost ran wide there. So far it's okay, so it's scrappy, but I feel it's already quicker than the 47.7. Might have thrown it all the way here though. Hopefully this is an improvement. Should be. It is. 46.5. Straight away into the mid 46s. Off the circuit. That'll be lap time gone. That's a shame. Still though, 46.5 is not too bad. Don't know where that places us in the world. I don't think it's top 10 still. 46.575, 45.7. So we're less than 2. So if we look at this guy in third anyway, 45.0, and we've done a 46.5, so a second and a half off of him. We're 8 tenths off of this guy down here, so we've got good pace in this car, which is nice. So we'll be back in a second. Just going to get another drink. And we're P2 on the grid, which is nice. Got an RCZ ahead of us. Could have been a guy from the previous race. A couple of Beetles and a 911 behind us as well. And first to 15th separated by 3.6 seconds. But first to 13th separated by 3 seconds. So yeah, the qualifying spread is a bit wider. When you're in a B-rated lobby, in an A-rated lobby, you'd expect the top 16 to sort of be separated by about 1.5 seconds to 2 seconds. Here they're separated by 3.5, so obviously there's a skill gap, as you would expect, but it's quite good with GTSport. If you're an A or an A-rated driver, you do come up against naturally quicker, cleaner guys. When you're further down, then you do come across the mad hatters that decide to try and smash you off every now and again. Worryingly, the 3 people behind me have poor connections, which is surprising because it's only Holland, Spain and France, only just over the water. Yeah, so we've had 2 wins so far, and now this one here. I mean, yeah, I'm not going to do enough races today to get up to an A-rated, becoming an A-rated driver again, and then working my way up to trying to be an A-star. We got all the way up to 43,000, so we was already into the, getting close to being an A plus or an A-star rated driver. But it's been fun working my way back up the order. And when I'm in these BS rated lobbies, the footage is better as well. I mean, I think most people would rather see me in a BS rated lobby fighting for the win than being in an AS rated lobby and fighting for 14th. I certainly do anyway. And with the announcement, obviously, of the PS5 and GT7 coming out, in the next, handful of months, I'm not particularly bothered about sweating it hard to be an A-star rated driver. It would be nice if I could finally get there, but it's all about, at this point, having fun anyway, and just driving on and doing what I can. I mean, it has been fun so far this morning. Being very clean as well, actually. Apart from the first corner, first lap at Monza in the first race in the Group C, it's actually been pretty clean, this one. Flashy old headlights, let them know I'm there already. So up against another RCZ at the front. Behind us we've got the 911 RSR in the famous Martini livery. The bloke in fifth is lagging like anything, so that's interesting. Please stay away from me. Here we go, game face. Can we make it 3 from 3? Thanks for the punt, Porsche. Oh, I've got a laggy Frenchman beside me. Don't lean on me, bro. Why is the guy in 16th? What? Oh my god, the lag. I'll get a penalty for that, you watch. When people have got a connection as bad as that, they should not be allowed to race. All of a sudden I had a laggy Frenchman beside me who spun himself down the order, thankfully, but we had the guy in 16th up there fighting with us. Anyway, the order's been resumed. I'm now 3rd, and I've got to do a bit of work here to catch up with these 2. Those curves are lethal. P2's lost it. Hard into the wall. Now we've got 3 laps. Chase down this Peugeot. And that was a mess. Come on, focus. send a message when I get a second on the straight. I'll answer it. Itchy Thumbs, what a name. Itchy Thumbs with the question. Is this group 4? Nope, it's group 3. The 3 daily races this week is a 1 make. Ah, that's killed my race. That's killed my race. Okay, never mind. At least we'll have a bit of fun now. Last couple of laps, carving my way through this lot. Oh wow, tyres are dirty. Okay, well that's what happens when I read messages. Tyres, please work. Fucking hell. No, to answer your question, this is Group 3. Daily Race A is the 1 make Renault Clio 2.5 V6s at Barcelona, Catalonia. This is Daily Race B, 4 laps at Autopolis with Group C, and Daily Race A is 11 laps at Monza with the Red Bull 2014 Junior cars. So yeah. Itchy Thumb says, oops, my bad. Nah, it's all good, right? Don't worry about it. It's my fault. Oh, wow. Ah, it was nice through there. Oh, it's all kicking off up here. Someone has a penalty. There's going to be a crash down here, I can just sense it. My spidey senses are tingling. This car is lethal over the curbs. Okay, final lap. Yeah, this is going to be messy, I can guarantee it now. Don't move over on me, bro, I'm here. And the outside, nice. Going fourth has a second penalty. Right, I need to try something here on this Porsche. Oh God. This Porsche is doable. Smart though. Yeah, it's going to be a P5 after the mistake. Oh well, it's okay, it's cool, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Yeah, we're fighting for the win there, and then lapsing concentration spun me down. But it was a nice little battle through. Again, I'm not too bothered at the moment, being, you know, throwing away a potential win or a P2 like that. Well, I'm a little bit bothered, who wouldn't be? But when it's like this, it doesn't matter. I know that I could come back on in a day or two, do 5 of these races off camera, and I know I'd get good results. I'm sort of, you know, always towards the front in a BS rated lobby. If it was an AS rated lobby and I'd done that, I'd be a bit more pissed, but I know I'll be able to get back to being an AS rated driver within a week, so I'm not too bothered. It's all about just having a bit of action and a bit of fun. Itchy Thumbs again, what car do you recommend? I've only been playing for 22 days and I am a noob. It really depends. From what I've found, well, the best thing to do when you do the daily races, the best thing to do is, so this is the one make, so it's a bit pointless. These are both one makes, really. So you look at this one, for example, and go, well, what's the quickest car around a particular circuit? All of the cars have what it says up here, BOP, which is balance of performance. So they are sort of balanced. All the cars that are eligible for this race, and it's Group 3, so all of the Group 3 cars on the games you can race in this race. The balance of performance basically means that all of the cars are set their percentage. If you come down here, race entry, for example, you look at the R8, to try and balance it out. The overall power is reduced back down to 90%, 527, and the weight has been increased. So 90%, 106, but if you then go to another car like this, you see there it's being increased, 104, 106. And then if we choose, let's say, the 458 Italia, 97, 106. So they're all balanced, so they can hopefully be as equal as you can. The other thing is, though, is that each circuit has different handling characteristics. Some circuits will have slow to medium corners, other circuits will have medium to high speed corners, other circuits like Monza, for example, is all straights. So it really comes down to 2 things. What is the best car once they're all balanced is for that circuit, and B, your own driving style. So if you look at the qualifying rankings, this is always the best place to sort of get some sort of guesstimation. You can see here already that the top 4 of the lap times that are being set by A star and S rated drivers, so they are the cream of the crop. They're all in the Audi R8 LMS, which is the car I'm currently running. You've also got other people up here that obviously, because of their own driving style and characteristics, they feel more comfortable in these cars. So you've got the Beetle, you've got the Lancer Evo, you've got the RCZ that we came up against earlier, you've got a GT car by Citroën, another Beetle, and then there's an R8 which is driven by someone with an E-rated driver rating, which is terrifying. So it comes down to, first and foremost, if you're going to do with daily races, you have to look at the top 10 stars from your area, and in my case it's Europe, Middle East, and Africa, and you can pretty much gauge from here that the R8 LMS seems to be the quickest car overall. But it does come down to driving styles. I mean, for this race, I mean, fuck it, why not? We'll go with the Porsche 911 RSR and see how we handle with that, because to me, I've done so many miles in the RSR that it does feel like a genuinely a nicer car for me to drive with my own style. So it comes. It's 50% what's the best car for the circuit, 50% what you feel comfortable with. There are some tracks out there, like last week, for example, at Laguna Seca, where the daily race B was the Group 4 cars. The RCZ, which was the Peugeot RCZ, was by far the most overpowered car. I think in this one there might be a bit of a mixed bag. Hopefully that answers your question. A bit elongated, I do apologise for that, but all cars handle differently. It depends on your own driving styles, but if you want a bit of a heads up and a bit of a tip to what could be the best for a particular circuit in the daily races, have a look at the top 10 stars. So I'm going to be back in a minute, just a quick toilet break, and then we'll get out there in the Porsche and see what it's like compared to the Audi R8. Right, so hard tyres, traction control 1, 46.5 is the best we've managed to do. I don't think I'll get close to that. This is just a bit of a... This is going to be 3 laps of getting used to this car. It's the McLaren MCL 32 livery, which is what would have been running in the F1 season for 2020, when it does start at some point next month. And this is just going to be a bit of a sighter lap with the Porsche, just to see how it handles. This does feel more stable than the R8, but I think that will literally come down to what I was talking about a minute ago, driver preference and driving style. I feel really comfortable. I've always felt comfortable with this Porsche. That's why, as you see, I've nearly completed 5,500 miles in this car. Twitchy on exit though, that's, yeah. And yes, I know I'm the only car out on circuit, but I still... It's force of habit having a look behind in certain corners. I don't know why. I think other people do it as well. You just, when you get down to corners like that one there, which is an overtaking opportunity, you just naturally, I think, look behind. I do find myself doing it quite a lot when I know I'm the only car out here on circuit. Hasn't been a bad lap though, in terms of the first time I've driven this car around this circuit this morning anyway. I'll be amazed if it beats the 46.5. 47.0, won't have enough time to get through another lap. So half a second off. Okay, thanks for a lesson. The last B in the contest I used RCZ because everyone else was, yeah. As I said last week, the Group 4 racers at Laguna Seca, the overwhelmingly popular choice and quickest car was the RCZ. So yeah, when you go on to the top 10 and you see that everyone is running the same car, sort of makes sense to be in that car. But when you get a mixed bag of different cars, which does happen at some tracks and some categories, then it really does come down to what you feel more comfortable with. Consistency, I think, is key. It doesn't, you know, you could be great in one lap and then you could be slow as shit in the race. So you don't really want to be doing that. You want to find a car that overall you're comfortable with. There's no points for starting on pole position. They're all handed out at the end of the race. I'd rather start last and win it than start on pole and finish last. So it was a couple of attempts up there on our previous best. I feel if I sweat it a bit more, I can beat my own lap time set in the R8, but then I think if I sweat the R8 a bit more, I'll be able to beat that lap time. But there we are, pole position. It's pole position, 46.575, which we did in the R8. We're 3 tenths, 2.5 tenths, I'd say, clear of the guy in second, who's also in a 911, and we're nearly 4 tenths clear of the guy in third, who's also in a 911. So maybe the 911 is a secret dark horse here. So we start on pole at least. Hopefully we can convert that into a race win. The last time I played this much was Super Mario on the 8-bit. The 8-bit. Is that the Sega Mega Drive by any chance? Because I used to have one of them. By the way, I have 15,000 DR points and I don't know what comp means. Oh, competition is too hard. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a very, I don't want to call it a very sweaty game, but you do have to be good. You do have to be good. I mean, 15,000 driver rating points isn't too bad. I think that puts you as a B driver rating. I mean, if you could be a B driver rated driver like I am, and I'm currently sitting on, well, it was 15,707, and then we had that race just now, we finished 5th, so it'll probably be in the 16s. It is 16,322. Now, I'm an A-rated driver. I was up to 42,000. And as I said earlier on in the stream, I had a couple of bad races during the week and just decided to absolutely tank my own rating and start from the bottom, work my way back up again. It has been a lot of fun. But if you're a B-rated driver consistently, I think that's good. You know, I mean that's average. You know, I think being a B-rated driver, I think is average. C, D, and E. I mean, you can start off as an E-rated driver. All you've got to do is win 3 races, and straight away you're up to a C or a B. So, you know, the skill gap between C, D, and E is so small. But then in B, you do find it's a bit bigger, and then in A and A star you find it's absolutely massive. You really have to be good at the game to consistently increase your drive rating in the A and A star classes. In the B there is room for error, as you've seen in the last race, but you put a couple of good results together and your driver rating will go up quite quickly. So if you're a B rated driver, the safety rating is the most important thing. You don't want to be with people that have got a safety rating of C, D and E, because these are the guys that consistently crash and consistently fall off the road. They're the ones that rage quit. They're the ones that will hit you off if they feel unjust in whatever race. So if you can be a BS rated driver like me, then I think, you know, that's a good platform to improve on. Quick little drink. Starting from pole. 2 Peugeots behind me. Porsches. Let's have a clean turn 1 at least. I feel like I might have to defend, possibly. Okay, so far so good. Back through there, 6 tenths clear. Oh, that is very late on the brakes. I'll tuck the rears a little bit. Got to get this final sector right though. Oh, that was so close to a spin. Okay, compose yourself, Alex. You're in the lead. Feels better over the curbs than the R8, and in certain corners as well it feels more stable. 6 tenths of a second lead. Get off the grass. Still close behind though. That was good through there. Oh, I'm getting this corner wrong. Keep blocking the rears. a train of cars behind as well, so and a bit of time in sector 3 though, where I feel a bit stronger than the other two sectors. New fastest lap, 46.7. We've got just over a second lead now. 2 laps down, 2 to go. Not great through turn 1, and here I struggle a little bit. And the hairpin as well. In sector 2, I've got to get the braking right for that a little bit. Brake just a little bit earlier, I think. The Porsche is slightly heavier than the Audi. A bit of understeer creeping in there. Lost a little bit of time there. We're going to have a better with this German bloke behind us. That was better through there. We found a 10th because of it. Keep it clean, Alex. I do find quite a bit of time in sector 3. 3 tenths down on our previous best. Doesn't matter. And the top 2 here, we've pulled away from everyone else, so it's all about trying to keep it clean now. Purple in sector 1, which is nice. Late on the power there. Lost time because of it, but we're quite good through here. But he was better. He's a bit wide. Super tight line into the hairpin. That's found us a bit of time. This is where I'm strong, so hopefully we can bridge a bit of a gap. So this guy doesn't fancy a last ditch attempt to overtake. He's over a second behind now. He's made a mistake somewhere, so as long as you don't fuck this up, it's another win. Get in there. Good race. Good race. Yeah, nice. German bloke there pushed me towards the end. I feel quite comfortable in the RSR. I think if I went out there and qualified, I'd increase my lap time that I set in the R8. But then again, like I said, I think if I went out there in the R8, I could definitely improve again. So it's difficult, really. The 911 RSR, it feels comfortable. It feels better than the R8. I just think overall, if I could nail the perfect lap, the R8 would be quicker. But I feel more consistent in the Porsche. So I think I'll stick with the Porsche. I'll go change the livery after this race. Changed it to something else. Itchy thumbs. Thank you very much for all the comments and the and everything else. Appreciate it. GG. Use traction control. Yes and no. I'm on a pad. I'm in the process of oh, that's my 90th win. Look at that. That's quite nice. We've got a nice 90 in the top left there. Look at that. And that's what I like to call the Grand Chillin'. Pole position, fastest lap, clean race, and the victory. All of the stars. Perfect race. Which I don't get too many of them, but that's quite nice. He's left the lobby. I was going to say, he said congratulations, well done. Yeah, okay, yeah, nice win that. Do I use traction control? Well, I'm on a pad. I'm in the process of getting a sim rig together in the next couple of months. Once I move, and then I'll be basically wheel pedals, all that sort of jazz. So I'm literally on the pad at the moment. The clicking that you'll sometimes hear is because I've set up my pad, obviously with manual gears, and I use the L2 and R2 to change up and down gear. The reason why I do that is it gives me, like, it sort of immerses me. It feels like a flappy pedal gearbox, so you change down, you change up, and it feels like having the changing the gear behind the steering wheel. It's weird. It is weird, I know, but I've been running this setup for the best part of 20 years. Traction control, it depends what race and and sort of what circuit and weather conditions, that sort of thing. For example, last week you were talking about the fact that everyone was using the RCZ at Laguna Seca. I was using no traction control there. Here with the Porsche and the Audi, I'm using traction control level 1. So there's a little bit of slip there, but I've still got a little bit to help me with. So it depends really on the car and the circuit, but generally I'm either no traction or I just have a little bit. So we've got the Rocket Williams livery, which I don't particularly like too much. We've got the AlphaTauri, we've got a Red Bull, we've got a couple of Golf liveries. That's the reverse Golf. We've got the original Golf livery as well. We're going for AlphaTauri, the F1 team, and their livery for this season. And again, when it comes down to traction control, it's all about, preference, that sort of thing. And again, it comes down to driving styles. As I say, you've got a G29. Yeah, Logitech G29, I believe it is. That'll be, wouldn't it? Yeah, the G29. So I try to learn about traction. You always should. Whenever you pick up a racing game, especially if you're on a wheel with pedals and all that jazz, you should always learn to do no traction. You should always learn as best as you can to do with no assists, because genuinely on all games, and it's just the way it is, the least amount of assists that you run, the quicker you'll generally be once you get used to it. If you run around there with all of the assists on, you'll be very, very slow. If you take all the assists off in time, once you get used to it and you feel comfortable and you can push on and be more aggressive with your driving style, you will find yourself be quicker and quicker. All the best sim racers out there use no assists. Simple as that. So yeah, always try to learn. If you feel like you're constantly struggling with no traction or no ABS or whatever, then put it on and help you a little bit. Everyone has a limit. Not everyone can be the pro sim racer. So 46.575 is the best so far. These guys are now in the 44s and 45s. The R8 is still the most popular choice. 6 of the 10 are now in there. But we'll try and improve if we can on the 46.5. I think we can. If we nail the perfect lap, we can. And this is the AlphaTauri livery that the obviously AlphaTauri team will run in the F1 2020 season when it all kicks off in a few weeks' time. Looking forward to that, as I think every F1 fan is. Double header at Austria to start with. We've got a double header at Silverstone as well. Fun times to be had. Here we go then. We'll have a couple of laps. Let's try and improve. Oh well. Edit, delete. Should we have time to do 2? I think we will get time to do 2. So we'll ignore that at turn 1. Felt like quite a nice lap, to be honest. Go on, please say I'm quicker. 46.620. Oh, agonisingly. Chifum says good luck and maybe we'll race against each other one day. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, why not? We'll probably match. Certainly if you're from the European region, one day we'll probably match. Sin King 33, remember that name. I'll keep an eye out, my friend. I'll keep an eye out for you. Ah, I've probably blown it. Oh no, somehow we found some time through there. Losing a couple of attempts now. Finding time here. 5.23. We have marginally improved by, like, I don't know, a couple of hundredths, maybe 500ths of a second there. But yeah, we made a mistake in that lap as well. I'm confident that if I really put in the practice with either the Porsche and the Audi, that we could get into a very low, maybe even a very, very high 45, which would be incredible. There we are then. We're on pole, and we wouldn't have been if we improved. So it's another race that we start from P1, which is nice. Quite a few R8s in there. There's a few Porsches as well, but there's a mixed bag. There's a Corvette, a Beetle, so yeah, an RCZ down in 9th. So yeah, there's a few different cars out there, which is quite good to see. So it's been quite nice for a change, where usually when I'm in the AS rated lobbies it's a bit sweaty to begin with and it progressively gets worse. And here with the BS we seem to be doing okay. I think this is our fourth race, maybe fifth, I'm not 100% sure, and we've won more than we haven't. In fact we've won, no, this would be our fifth race. We've won 3 of them. And in another race I think we had a spin when we were in second and finished I think 5th or 6th, something like that. I'm not 100% too sure, but it's all been good so far. A driver rating, we started the day at 12,784. I'm expecting it to continue rocking up the more races we do. We're currently sitting at 17,403, so we've improved by 4,500. I don't think it would take too long until we're an A-rated driver. We need to get to 30,000. It's not going to happen today, because I'm only going to do a couple more races and that will probably be it, because I'm working tonight, so I need to go to bed at some point. It's been quite fun doing these BS rated lobbies. And the AlphaTauri livery, flashy yellow headlights, why not? So me and the Beetle are quite clear. Everyone else is in the 47s and 48s. So it could be a 2-horse race this. quick puff in the old e-cigarette. Here we go. Oh, I've been dive bombed by the Corvette. Bit naughty. Well, I was there, bro, so... Right. It's all kicked off behind us. The guy in third has a penalty as well, so it's going to be a battle between me and this American Corvette. Sector 3 is definitely where I'm strongest. You have to have a lot of patience through these sequence of corners. Got to let the car do its thing. Found a bit of time through there. Corvette will be quicker in a straight line. We've got a massive gap behind, so it's going to be between me and him. I feel that we're better in the corners. Alright, let's put a bit of pressure on this dude. Almost pretend this is Le Mans, couldn't you really? A Corvette and a Porsche. Fighting it out. GTE Pro. This dude is not confident of his car. Force him into a mistake if I can. I'm so much quicker than this guy. Fastest lap from me. Flash the headlights. Hopefully he's looking behind, it puts him off. I've got to try and move somewhere. He doesn't seem overly phased. Right, come on. Close up a bit more. We've got to try and move sooner rather than later. I don't think he's going to fall off the road at this rate. I think this dude's expecting a move, but I think I've got to do it in a place where you wouldn't expect it. Turn one's a no-go because he's too quick in a straight line. Final lap. Oh, too deep. I might have killed it. Yeah. Fair play to him. Fair play to him. Pushed him hard, but a little mistake there, going too deep into the hairpin, that killed it. I mean, to be honest, he sort of dive bombed me and the who was it? It was the I can't remember who it was, but the other guy that was on the front row of the grid and sort of lucked his way into P1. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe we could have done a bit more in that. I'd take a P2 though. It's fine. Started from pole, finished second. I'm happy with that. I feel comfortable in the Porsche. I feel more comfortable in the Porsche than I do in the Audi. Even though it seems that the Audi is, you know, the quicker car over one lap. I can't remember who it was on pole position. Not really matters too much. Not that it matters too much. So I think we'll go again. Have a look at the qualifying rankings. So 46.523 is the best I've done so far. 45.2, and now the A star and S rated drivers get involved, and you can see there that most of them. So 458 Italia. I am surprised to see a Ferrari 458 in there, because it's generally one of the weakest Group 3 cars around pretty much every circuit. So it's quite surprising to see that are there. But 7 of the 10 have done it in an Audi R8. 45.2 is the slowest. We've done a 46.5, so we might as well enter again. And yeah, we'll stick with the AlphaTauri livery. I'm going to take a quick toilet break, and I'll be back, and we'll go again for a couple of laps in qualifying, see if we can improve our time. Alright, we're back. Let's give it a go. See if we can improve. I feel like I could definitely improve from in the R8, but in the race I feel more comfortable in this car, so we'll stick with it for now. Very wide. That wasn't the optimal line. Wasn't too bad through there though. So we'll have time to do another 2. First lap 46.8, so if we find 3 tenths on this lap, we'll improve. Tenth up already. Three tenths now. Half a second up. We're going to improve. 46.312. Another couple of attempts. That felt like a good lap though, to be honest. I think we'll struggle to improve that. Well, that was a very nice turn 1. 10th up. Two and a half attempts. Oh, it's 4 attempts up. We have improved again. Oh, almost into the 45. It's a 46.053. We lost a tenth, maybe a tenth and a half in the final sector. But we're still finding time with this Porsche. And that puts us on pole, comfortably pole, by half a second. If I don't win this race, something has gone wrong. That's what I mean. When I'm in the BS rated lobby, I find myself at the front or very near the front. I'm in an AS rated lobby, I find myself comfortably mired to the midfield. I'm definitely getting to 45s with this car. And bearing in mind the R8 seems to be better. It's just a case of improving. But in that little qualifying run there, we found half a second. I think I'll struggle to find half a second again, but pretty much half the field here is, in fact, exactly half the field is 911 RSRs. So it tells you that the R8 might be the quicker car in one lap, but the RSR is better in the race. Which is nice because this is my preferred Group 3 car. Whoa. Alright, get the dodgy turn one out of the way in the warm-up. So this might be my last race of the morning. Usually the GTSport streams are about 2 to 2.5 hours long. The reason for that is simply because I have to go to bed soon. As he decides to spin off the track, because I have to get up at 5 o'clock to go to work, because I work nights. So yeah, it's almost 10 PM to me. That's the way it feels for me, because I flip my life right upside down. As soon as this stream ends, whether it be after this race or the next race or whenever, I'll have dinner and go to bed. And then when I wake up at 5 o'clock, I'll have a coffee and a bacon sandwich. It's my morning, so it would be nice to just continue this on. Maybe one day I won't work on the Monday, and then I can sit here for the best part of 6-7 hours and do a massive stream with all of these races. But for now, we're going to do a few. Right, here we go. Then the inside into turn 1. Because everyone feels like being a hero. Good opening lap. Got too much curve there, unsettled the car. And she corrected nicely. We end lap 1 leading by almost a second. Do the first lap. Feel very comfortable in this RSR. Second and a half clear now. No mistakes, Alex. I'll be 2 seconds clear now. 46.556, personal best, new fastest lap. This is the corner I worry about more than anything really, turn 1, turn 2. A bit too much curve there on the inside. Alright though. Two-second gap behind. Looking good. Well, that was a wild line in. I'm going to run wide here. Whoa. Alex, right, throw this away. Got a good gap behind. No silly mistakes. My God, I'm terrified. Well, I've blown it away there. I had to defend the inside and I moved. I felt in plenty of time the Audi behind might be a bit aggrieved by that. But I had to defend the inside. Now all of a sudden I'm in the shit here a little bit. Oh, what's going on? Come on, calm down, calm down, calm down. Okay, we should be okay from here onwards. Jesus. Oh, a slight lack of concentration there. A little bit of a mistake. You know, I almost threw that away. We had a 2-second lead, having a mistake there on the exit of turn 1. Luckily I didn't spin it, because if I'd have spun that I'd have been well down the order. Just about managed to hang on to P1 there. When in reality I should have crossed the line winning the race with about 3-second gap. So I was pretty lucky there to not lose that W. It's another win. I think that's 7 races now, 5 wins, a 2nd and a 5th. So we're doing alright. Pole position, fast lap, clean race and the victory. All of the stars. That's 91 wins now, which matches Michael Schumacher's record in F1. And the reason why that's significant is because it gets a trophy. If I can manage to match it, then I get a trophy for my records on PlayStation. Not that I'm bothered, but it's nice to get that one done at least. And I think that will do. Actually, I think we'll call it a day there. In these BS rated lobbies, it's been a good experience where we've been running at the front or very near the front. I am an AS rated driver, but basically had a few bad races during the middle of last week where my rating got tanked. Due to safety. I got punted a few times, picked up time penalties, blah blah blah, and I thought I'll basically do a hard reset and rage quit from a few races straight away, and that tanked my rating down to a D for driver rating and E for safety rating, and I've worked my way up to being a BS, and it's been quite fun working my way back up the driver rating. I started this morning at 12,784. We have to be at 30,000 or above to be back in the AS rated lobby, and we've ended the day, we'll end the stream at 19,452. So we've gained 6,500 in driver rating. If I carry that on in during the course of this week with a few races here and there, then hopefully going into next Monday we'll be an AS rated driver, or if at worst we'll be a very high BS, and then hopefully we'll be an AS during the stream. But it's been quite fun anyway. We've done 7 races, that's 5 wins, 1 2nd and 1 5th, I believe it was, possibly earlier on in the stream. But if you go down here to the achievements and you look at the game stats, and this bit here, you can see there we've made good progress. We're about halfway now, which is about right really. It's 15 to 30,000, and we're at 19, so yeah, it will jump up a bit more as we move on. But yeah, it's been a very good morning, plenty of good battles at the front of the field, and loads of wins as well, which is nice. So thank you very much to everyone that has dropped in and out of the stream for the last couple of hours. A like and a subscribe would be appreciated. This is a relatively new channel. It's only been going about a month or two. I'm not expecting everyone to jump on it and then subscribe every now and again, but a like and subscribe if you enjoy what's been going on the stream would be very much appreciated. At least it tells me that what I'm doing is good and it's entertaining. And the next stream for me will be Friday at 6:30 on F1 2019, the last stream on F1 2019, where I compete in the league race for One Hub Racing this season and try to end the season on a bit of a high. It's been a difficult season so far. Brazil, it will be on Friday at 6:30 at the Interlagos circuit, and in the 9 races so far I've only managed to finish in the points once at Singapore in 9th. But hopefully we'll end Brazil on a high So if you're interested in F1 2019, then do join me on that from around about 6:30 on Friday for the next GTSport stream. Hopefully, depending on what the firstly my own personal circumstances are going to be about 7:30, 8 o'clock on a Monday morning, and what tracks and cars it's going to be. The next stream for me will be on Monday. I'm going to not really do the Nations or the Manufacturers Cup races on the Saturday. At the moment, because my rating is so low, it makes no difference, because I think it takes something like the best 4 races from the previous 15, and I did all them quite nicely when I was a rated A driver, and now I'm a B, and even winning a race doesn't improve your overall standing in the championship. So there's pointless doing them until I'm back into being an A rated driver. So I think the next GTSport stream for me will be about 7:30 to 8 o'clock, something like that. It will start next Monday. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys very soon.